afternoon. How are y'all doing? Woo! Like Chris Hill said, I am Emily Katz, direct to and from Adam and Beth Katz. And while I am a Katz, I'm going to try to limit my radius so I don't annoy the camera people. I love you, Daddy. I am a senior at NC State majoring in business marketing. And before I get started, I want to say thank you to Andy and Jane Albright for giving me this opportunity to talk to y'all. Since my first convention 10 years ago, it has been a dream of mine to be asked to speak. So thank you, Andy, for making my dreams come true. So my topic today is how I made $32,000 while going to school full-time last year. And so I want to give y'all 3 steps that helped me to be successful. If you're anything like me, a big reason you joined the Alliance was the opportunity we have to serve families and make money for our own family. But that's not the goal. Time is. You take the time and you turn it into all of that stuff. You can't reap the benefits if you don't fill the pipeline. So how do you find the time? First of all, you have to make a schedule. When I first started college as a freshman last year, I didn't think I'd have the time. I was taking 17 credit hours across 7 classes, living in a living and learning village that had its own requirements, in a youth group, and trying to form new friendships. But when I dissected my calendar and started looking at where I was really spending my time, I realized that most of what was filling my time was a whole lot of nothing. Pinterest, Netflix, napping, all the college stuff. And whenever I looked at my calendar, I realized that I had 4 dial blocks of time, which 2 hours each, a day and a half to run appointments, time to go to hotspots, and be on all the conference calls. Your schedule reflects your priorities more than anything else you say. The question I had to ask myself was, what am I willing to sacrifice? And really, a lot of times the question was, am I willing to give up doing nothing to get the results I say I want? You're going to have to sacrifice something to achieve any form of greatness. But if you put the big rocks in first, it seems like you have a lot more time because you're making better use of it. Whenever I prioritize my dials and my appointments, I still find time to come home at night, eat dinner with my roommates, and binge watch The Bachelor. We'll ignore that part, though. But if I prioritized all of that first, I wouldn't have time to go out and serve families, make money, run my appointments, and do my dials because I would have wasted it on all the stuff that didn't really matter. The consequences of not following a schedule and sacrificing have to be bigger than the cost of doing it. And you have to figure out what those consequences are, and sometimes you're going to have to make them up in your head. I recently finished 75 Hard, which is a challenge that involved a whole lot of stuff. But it was 10 o'clock at night, about halfway through the challenge. I hadn't done my second 45-minute workout of the day that had to be outside. It was pouring rain and 38 degrees outside. I didn't want to leave my bed. But the cost of not going out there and doing my 45-minute walk was having to restart the 75 days, and I sure as heck was not doing that. What is going to push you to sacrifice? Who is going to push you to sacrifice? Who's going to motivate you, and who are the leaders in your life that can pour into you and help you figure out your schedule? Thank you, Noel Leventovich, for teaching me how to make a schedule. Number 2, dial and run appointments. This is the work. This is our job, y'all. We have to go out, serve families, but it starts with dialing on the phone, because if you don't book up your schedule, you're going to go out and be treading water on your appointment days and feel like your time is wasted, but it's just because you didn't put the action in at the beginning. All the color coding in the world means nothing if you don't follow the schedule. And number 3, communicate. And this is not the final step of the process, by the way. This is something you should be doing the entire time. You have to figure out who is growing in your life, who are your growing uplines that can pour into you and help you. Because the training you get from those people, whenever I get a phone call from Andy Albright, I stop what I'm doing and I listen, because his coaching is going to make my time more valuable because I'm getting better at my skill. So thank you for the opportunity to talk to y'all. What do you want? How do you get it?